Hello, it is I. Now Forza Horizon 6 is just around the corner, if that corner is 2 years away. And as you may know, Playground Games likes to experiment brand new features in their current games before they implement it into their new games. Hence I've done a bit of investigating to bring you this video, as there are 9 things we'll probably be seeing in Forza Horizon 6. Anyways, 4,000 likes is the target as per usual. Also, if you have any predictions about Forza Horizon 6, then make sure to leave them in the comments down below. Anyways, without further ado, let's get to this video.
I pay man to drive through like you.
In the Hot Wheels expansion, as you may or may not know, there are no seasons. Instead, the map is diversified by having different biomes in each sector of the map. So right now I'm in this deserty area and it has cactus and like really dry leaves and everything. Whereas here there's a bit of a snowy climate, and up here there is a bit of like a rainforesty area. And as you may know, the first expansion of a Forza Horizon game is always this sort of experiment. For example, Horizon 1 we saw a rally expansion, Horizon 2 we saw a storm expansion, Horizon 3 we saw snow expansion, Horizon 4 we saw another snowy stormy expansion, and Horizon 5 we have this with different biomes, since I have a pretty good idea that we will be seeing that's invisible, well that's stupid. So yeah, I have a pretty good idea that we will be seeing different biomes in different parts of the map, and maybe seasons will go away, though I don't really think that would happen. It's going to be similar to the crew, because as you may know with the crew, there was a snowy area in the top, and then like the left and right there was sort of grassy areas, and then in the middle there was a sort of deserty area. So yeah, the way they have different biomes in the crew, I think that's going to be how the map is going to be in Forza Horizon 6. But of course, to have a system like this, you can't have a map set in Dubai or something, because let's be honest, we won't be seeing snow in Dubai. As for the location for Forza Horizon 6, that's terrible. Anyways, for the map for Forza Horizon 6, we need to have it set in a country where biomes would work. And ladies and gentlemen, I think I know what country that is gonna be.
Can't bump none of my ones round here, my team check hammers like sushi.
When Forza Horizon 3 came out, we really enjoyed that game, but we really wanted the next game to be set in Japan. And then when Horizon 4 came around, it was set in the UK, and that really disappointed a lot of people. So when we heard about Forza Horizon 5, we were adamant that it was finally going to be set in Japan. But guess what? It was not set in Japan, it was of course set in Mexico, which is it's a goodish location, but it's not Japan, and that disappointed a lot of people. Hence I have a pretty good feeling that the next game will be set in Japan. Because think about it, Japan is the perfect location for an open world racing game. And of course the biome system would work very well with Horizon Japan as well. Because in Japan there are snowy areas, there are sunny cities, there are even sand dunes in Japan. Hence I have a really good feeling that the next game will be set in Japan, because if it is not set in Japan yet, then there is going to be a riot. I mean, imagine waiting another 3 years for the chance of a Forza Horizon game being set in Japan. I could not do that. Honestly, I'll genuinely just quit the franchise as a whole. Like, honestly, it has to be set in Japan. Come on, Forza.
And if we're talking about who's always got the wetter, I'm betting on blacks like
okay, now there's no secret that Forza Horizon 5 is made using Forza Horizon 4's game engine. And Forza Horizon 4 was made using Forza Horizon 3's game engine. Yep, that makes Forza Horizon 5's game engine 6 years old. Now there are talks that the new Forza Motorsport game is going to be made using a new game engine, which is most likely going to be next gen only. And guess what? Horizon 6 is most likely going to be made using that game engine. And with a new game engine, a lot is going to change. It's going to feel like a completely brand new game. Because you know, all these replay angles here, these were all seen in Forza Horizon 3, and they're going to finally update it, and it's so good to see. Also, all the sounds you hear in the menu, like this, all those sounds were heard in Forza Horizon 3, so they're finally going to change that as well, and it's going to be like a fresh breath of air. So yeah, man, I'm really excited for this new Forza tech, because it's going to be a game changer, literally. Oh, speaking of Horizon 6 being next gen, do you know what changes in Forza games with every generation of Xbox console? The Forza Aero. Yep, the Forza Aero will finally be updated, and that is going to be very exciting.
But you were not right, you don't want violence, you just want vibes.
Now, as I mentioned earlier, with every new generation of Xbox console, the Forza games see a new style of Forza Aero, and that, my friends, is really cool. Because on the original Xbox console, the Forza bumpers were really unique looking. Then on the Xbox 360, we saw this very basic looking splitter and wing combo. But on the Xbox One, we saw this monstrosity that I have on this Z4 right now. I mean, the wing looks really skinny, and the shape of it is just really weird. The splitter is just way too long. The canals look so out of place, and the tow hook. Who asked for this tow hook? It looks so bad. Hence, I'm really looking forward to this new Forza Aero, because what we have in Forza Horizon 5 and 4 and 3 and Motorsport 5 onwards is just not it. I hate it so much. It looks so bad.
This kind of Mac don't come in no fries. Different, I am not like these guys.
And one of my subscribers told me about this feature, so big up yourself for this, because during the new Forza Motorsport games trailer, you see the steering wheel turning more than 90 degrees to the left and to the right. In fact, it looks like it turns 180 degrees to the left and to the right, which is really exciting news, because in every single Forza game from 2005 onwards, the steering wheel only turned 90 to the left and 90 to the right. Like, come on, we're not in the 90s anymore. We finally need to update this stuff, and we finally have, and we're probably going to be seeing it in Horizon 6, and that is really good news. So yeah, man, I'm really glad they updated it, because this is going to be a game changer in Forza Horizon 6, and it's going to really help with the immersion as well, because Forza games are not the most immersive racing games ever made. Now sure, the steering wheel is not going to be like Assetto Corsa level angles, because that is incredible, but come on, anything is an improvement from this monstrosity in Forza Horizon 5, because who approved this? I do not like it whatsoever.
See a man driving past and metal off the whip like T1000.
The evolving world system in Forza Horizon 5 is a pretty big deal. Anyways, that gives me the idea that in the next game, Horizon 6, the evolving world system is going to be a massive feature in the game. How would this be a thing, I hear you say? Well, my idea is that the map is going to be very bland and empty like it is at the start of Forza Horizon 5, and then over time through updates or like every month or so, they're going to update it with adding brand new festival sites, brand new buildings, brand new racetracks. They're going to like basically update the map and overhaul it with a bunch of new features. So at the start of the game, the map's going to be really boring and empty, and then at the end of the game, the map is going to be full of random props and buildings and festival sites, kind of similar to what Rockstar Games did with Grand Theft Auto 5. Because at the start of the game, the map was one way, and then through updates, we saw Benny's garage, the casino, the yacht, and I have a pretty good feeling that evolving worlds are going to be a big feature about Forza Horizon 6, and they're going to update the map and keep it that way permanently, because that, my friends, would be incredible.
Think you're bad because of your cami, you're back at the rammy and dip.
Now in Forza Horizon 5, we saw two really cool features in the game. First of all, convertible roofs, as you can see right now with my McLaren 720S, stupid Nissan GTR, oh, I can drive now. Oh, look at that. And secondly, race mode on the Mercedes AMG 1. But something annoying about these features is that it's not seen on every single car where these features should belong. And so I reckon in Forza Horizon 6, we'll be seeing every single feature on every single car in the game if it has it in real life. Because imagine in the next game, the AMG 1 being the only car with a race mode. Surely the cover car for Forza Horizon 6 may have a race mode, so surely you have to have it on every single car in the game. Cars like the Ford GT, the McLaren F1, and a bunch of other cars. And also we need convertible roofs on every single car with convertible roofs in real life, like this Ferrari on the side as well, because the game feels incomplete when it's only available on some cars in the game. Die Master 3. Oh, I ended up dying.
These men did more drillings than quick fit, running with food in a bag like picnic.
Now in Forza Horizon 5, as you may know, we have a full-on stadium, and it's brilliant. Anyways, as great as the stadium is, there is one small, pretty big problem, and it's the fact that you can't actually play football in the stadium. Yep, that does not make any sense. You have everything needed for a football match, but you can't actually play football in the stadium, and that's really annoying. And honestly, it kind of feels incomplete, like the stadium wasn't finished. Like, I bet you they were meant to have the football minigame in the stadium, but they forgot to add it because they didn't have time. Which gives me a hint that they are working on this for the next game, or perhaps through an update to Horizon 5, so that we can finally have proper car football in Forza Horizon 6 or 5. It would be like playing Rocket League inside of Forza Horizon 5. Imagine that, 2 games combined in one. Man, Rocket League would be out of business. So yeah, man, I have a pretty good idea that they will have car football in the next game as a proper feature, because it just makes sense. And as you may know, racing over and over again in Forza Horizon games gets really boring, so spicing it up with a little bit of football would be incredible.
I'm cooking a panda ting right then fry man, come like an English breakfast for my man.
And in Forza Horizon 5, there are quite a few cars where you can paint the interior stupid LFA. I say quite a few cars, there's only really 2 cars in the game. The 992 911 GT3 and this Audi RS4. Because as you can see, the paint of the car is blue, and the interior camera angle, yeah, look at the steering wheel, it's blue trim. That, my friends, is incredible. Hence, I have a feeling that this is a sort of hint that the next game will have interior customization, because you can color the trim on this car and you can color the stitches on the Porsche 911, and these two are brand new cars in the game, so I feel like they're sort of experimenting for the next game. Now, I doubt it's going to be Midnight Club Los Angeles levels, because that, my friends, is crazy levels. You can paint the seats and have LED lighting in that game. That is next level. Now, sure, having this on every single car in the game is going to take a really long time to implement, but come on, interior customization is long overdue, and we really need to see it in Forza Horizon 6. Well, hello there, my friend. Did you enjoy this video? If so, then you might want to watch this video up here, so make sure to give that a watch right now. And if you want to subscribe, just button over here. Anyways, have a good one, guys. Cheers.